Good morning to you. This time last week, we were all keyed up, ready for the start of this year's Betfred World Championship. But don't forget that we actually began the process way back on the 4th of April. And this morning, we are about to pass the 2,000 frame mark played in the quest for this year's trophy. Now, on this middle Saturday, we are about to start handing out the quarter-final places. The process actually began last night when the Masters champion, Mark Allen, powered over the line against Joe Perry to become the first man through to the last 8. He won 13 frames to 8 at a quite blistering final session. Now, this morning, Barry Hawkins, England's Hawk, is hoping to soar into the last 8 alongside him. However, he's playing a baby-faced Chinese cumin, 19 years his junior, Liu Haotian, who simply refuses to go away.
It's Liu Haotian who gets the first frame in this session underway. That's a bit disappointing. He was a little bit like that at the start of the match. He didn't settle. That's the 39th century this year. Barry Hawkins extends his lead to 6 frames to 3. Well, that'll get his confidence back. The only difficult reb, look what he did with it. Barry Hawkins, 7-3. It looked in, hit both jaws.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Barry Hawkins in full command, moves into an 8 frames to 3 lead.
Very well played, Liu Haotian. That was a fabulous effort from this young Chinese player, but it's still 4 behind at 8-4. Wow, can't believe he's missed that. He closes the gap, 8-5 now.
Oh, that's excellent.
Over 40 minutes since Hawkins has potted the ball. That was a nervy one from Barry there. Liu Haotian has pulled another one back. He's just 1 behind now at 8-7. Good cueing there, very good cueing. Great session from the young Chinese player Liu Haotian, but Barry Hawkins will be mighty relieved to have taken that last frame, and more importantly, he'll lead 9-7 going into the final session.
And former Masters champion Alan McManus joins us here to assess this one as we see Hawkins with that very slim, actually, 2-frame lead. Alan, what is there to admire about this young man, and what kind of chance do you still give him today?
Oh, I give him a big chance. Look, last night he should have really closed to 8-all. He just failed at the last hurdle. It's given Barry just a little bit more breathing space this morning, but Barry will be on his guard because this boy can play. Now,
he's been very slow off the mark, the young Chinese player, in the 2 sessions they've played. How does he change the dynamic today, Alan?
I think just be a little more aggressive. Try and put Barry in the back foot early. I think Barry's settled in, as you say, to the sessions, and just maybe change a couple of things. But if he plays a good safety game, I think he can win the match, because he'll definitely score. That's the first thing, you know.
Now, Barry has been way up in this match, 5-1 and 8-5, but is this just a little too close for comfort for the Hawk?
Well, I think he certainly can handle it. The thing with Barry Hawkins, and I've always believed, we know about his record at the Crucible. What he has an advantage over most players at the Crucible is his technique. It's not best of 7, it's best of 25. And over a long period of time, Barry Hawkins' form doesn't drop off. So that's why Liu Haotian's got to play his best game today.
Well, Hawkins is one of the most consistent performers in recent years, as you allude to there. He's actually bidding for a 6th consecutive quarter-final. Is it his technique, you think, that stands him in the best stead here when he comes here?
Without doubt. Look, Barry Hawkins is not underrated in any way by the players. He's always been a bit of a sleeper in the draw, but not, as I say, not from my standpoint. He's a wonderful player. He's actually got one of the best backswings in the game. It's super long, by the way, although it doesn't look it. But when you see Barry playing live, you go, "God, this guy is a real top operator," you know.
OK, well, he's got a lot to do this morning as they go in for their final session. And there they are backstage now. We've got Liu against Hawkins to finish off. And another match heading into the second session of a possible 3 here. Remember, it's best of 25s in the second round. We've got 9th seed Kyron Wilson, 5-3 in front against Sean Murphy's conqueror, Jamie Jones. So this is the start of a very big day here in Sheffield. And Rob Walker, our MC, is ready for anything.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 10 full days of action to go before we crown this year's Betfred World Snooker Champion. Today, 3 more players will book their place in this year's quarterfinals. So much still to play for here at the Sports Arena of Dreams. Please welcome a player who is once again on a roll here in Sheffield. After thrashing Liang Wenbo in the qualifiers, he bounced back from 8-5 down to once again beat Sean Murphy in the first round. Hoping to recreate his run to the quarters 6 years ago, he is Neath's Jamie Jones. And his opponents, a player now firmly established in the world's top 10. He's been in 3 big finals this season, including that superb run to the showdown at the Masters in January. Winner of the Shanghai Masters in 2015, hoping to close in on a 3rd successive Crucible quarter-final. We call him the Warrior, Kyron Wilson. And on table 2, please welcome a young player having the best week of his career so far. After knocking out multiple ranking event winner Marco Fu in the first round, he bounced back brilliantly in this one from 8-3 down. 4 on the spin, he is right back in it. This, without doubt, is the biggest session of snooker in his life so far. So raise the roof for China's Liu Hao-chan. And finally, 2013 runner-up, a man with one of the best Crucible records in recent years, hoping to move through to a 6th successive quarter-final. With 3 centuries and 5 other breaks over 60 so far, he is in tip-top form and he'll be ready for the challenge today. Please welcome the Hawk, Barry Hawkins.
OK, it's time to press red if you'd like to follow the second session of the Kyron Wilson-Jamie Jones match, if that's what takes your fancy. But we are keen to see how this new Hawkins contest plays out. Quarter-final at stake over the next couple of hours. Alan McManus has made his way to the commentary box alongside Ken Doherty. Big breath, Alan. You're all set.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 17th frame.
Yes. Good morning,
Liu Hao-chan.
Hazel, and good morning, everybody. Alan has joined me in the commentary box for this last session of this fascinating match between this young Chinese player, Liu Hao-chan, against Barry Hawkins, the world number 6. And really looking forward to this session, Alan. I mean, at one stage yesterday, Liu Hao-chan looked all but finished in this match, but he played so well to come back, didn't he?
Yeah, he's actually almost made 2 comebacks in the match, and he was 4-0 behind. And was he 8-4 behind at one stage? So he really has put up a good show here to cling on to Barry Hawkins. In the last frame yesterday, he just fell short in the last red, didn't he? Sorry, last red across for pink. So not beyond the realms that he could be going in all level this morning, but still all to do. 9-7 behind. But a big day for the young man. There's always something special about the final session of these best of 25s, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking at the breaks: 125, 72, 79, and 60 from Liu Haotian when he was 8-3 behind. Put up an amazing comeback. Can he do it again this morning? Barry has him in a bit of trouble here. The fact that the red is so close to this top cushion here below the black, so he can't play a containing safety shot and leave the red down this bottom end of the table. The red on the left side cushion, that's blocking his path up the left hand side of the table. This is a tricky safety shot he's got to play here.
Yeah, I think it's cue ball in between the 2 reds, isn't it? Yeah, he's played it good, very good.
Excellent shot. It was a lot better than it looked. Did well to get that distance.
Just talking to Hazel there, Ken, I've always had that theory about Barry Hawkins. We know about his record here. I think it's his technique and consistency that allows him to just sweep through the draw. We've heard it, Rob mentioning their 6th quarter-final in a row here. That is an amazing record. All right, you want to win it, you want to lift it. Of course you do. Barry Hawkins is a winner. But he's such a difficult man to play against over this long distance because of the consistency that he possesses in every department of the game. Now, this is a tester early. Fortunate to push the black safe-ish.
Yeah, he didn't look confident on that at all, did he? He was looking for a way out. He was trying to push the black towards this left-hand corner pocket. Well, as you said, he's lucky that black has gone safe. And he's straight on this red, so he's just having a look to see does the black actually go down this top cushion past this red, but I don't think so. Can he find a pathway back up for blue or pink? Well, maybe it does go, Alan. Maybe it does go. No, it doesn't, does it? I can't really see from this angle. Well, maybe it does. And if you can drop it in here, you can get on the red that's closest to this corner pocket as well. Oh, that looks good. That looks very good. It's amazing because from a camera angle here, and on the TV screens, that black never looked on, but he's worked this out very nicely indeed.
You know what the beauty of the way he played that there, it's that impish sense of youth, isn't it? Fearless, these young players.
No.
He didn't flinch, just dropped it in. This is his first his first appearance at the Crucible, let's not forget. He's not playing like a juvenile, I know that. There again, quite happy to leave. Well, I was going to say mid-distance red, it's even probably longer than that, I would say.
14.
Just shows you the confidence in the youngster. Type of shot you've got to be cueing well to knock these in. Oh, leather.
15.
Yeah, that's 2 cracking shots already. That'll have gotten Barry Hawkins' attention.
He's just wondering, will he try and play for the loose red, or he has the angle to play a little cannon into the two reds directly above the black, just below the pink. The middle of the four reds, that's the little cannon he'd like. But he's played for the loose one. And the pink may be on. He's had a quick look at the pink.
22.
If not, he can go back up for blue. He's had another look to see can he get on the pink if it is on. Into this bottom right hand corner pocket. And he's gone back up for the blue, but that's okay. He's still in prime position. I really like the way he plays. He just sees
28.
the shot, gets on with it. He's got a very compact cue action.
$29.
Very confident young man.
I would just wonder as well, coming into this match, because they had no previous meetings. Barry Hawkins would have seen him play, there's no doubt about that, but probably not up close. He wouldn't have sat and watched him actually play a match. So there is a surprise element
36.
there. See how well he cues this one. It's not quite straight. Oh, yeah, he potted it low, didn't he?
37.
Which meant he could get the cue ball out. Nice on the black. He hits the ball lovely.
He's on this red, but I think he wanted to cannon it. He didn't play for this red, but he's still okay.
$45.
Again, just short of the blue. Gives Barry Hawkins a slight bit of hope here if he tries to go in and out of balk and hits maybe brown or yellow. That's what Barry will be hoping. Sat in his chair. And let's see, can he avoid the yellow and brown here? He's going to avoid it on the way down. He's got to avoid it on the way back, and he's done that very, very well indeed. Good shot.
50.
Yeah, it's a good spot that, Ken. You've actually got 4 balls to miss there, haven't you? 2 in the way up, as you say, 2 in the way back. It's not as easy as he made it look. Oh, that was middled as well.
51.
He is settled in. With a minimum of fuss this morning, Lu Hao Chan. He drops his head there, but I think he's all right. He can still play for
56.
pink to right middle, left middle, sorry. Don't know if it goes, but he's looking back up for blues. The little cannon, you're never guaranteed nice on the black cannon if you push through this.
Yeah, the pink definitely pots, but he dropped his head because he wanted to be straight on this red, so he could just roll the red in and be nicely on the black. But the pink does pot to the left middle. It just depends on where it'll go on the green spot. So he's okay.
57.
Yeah, played it nicely, and actually the green being off the spot helps him here, doesn't it?
$63. 64.
So this black for the opening frame. Must be brilliant. What a break. What a wonderful start. He's shown a lot of
71.
grit, determination. And most of all, a lot of composure for someone so young. And his first time here, of course.
72.
4-0 down in this match. Looking all at sea. He was 8-3 down yesterday. He's going to close to within 1 frame. This is great stuff.
Yes, the ideal start. And the way he's gone about it has been impressive. I wonder how much actually the fact that a lot of the Chinese lads, their practice base is about, well, it's only about a par 4 away from the Crucible actually, isn't it? Just up the road. I wonder how much that helps them. I think it definitely does. You know, staying in your own bed at night, probably going down the club this morning, I would get probably
85.
half 7, 8 o'clock. Familiarity breeds success sometimes. Definitely helps.
It's funny you mentioned that. Academy
86.
where he plays, it's called Victoria's Academy, and Victoria, of course, looks after Liu and a lot of the Chinese lads. And I was practicing in the academy a few days, and they're all in there practicing away, all chatting, having fun. I think the fact that he's with a lot of other Chinese boys, it helps him sort of settle into this
91.
country and not be too homesick. But this is a wonderful start from Liu Haotian. Barry Hawkins will stay in his chair. Oh, hold on, don't go anywhere yet.
91 in the frame.
Red nearly went in the middle, but a great start from the young Chinese professional Liu Haotian. He was 8-3 down at one stage. He's only 1 behind. It's 9 to Barry Hawkins, 8 to Liu Haotian. Let's have a look at the start of this break, Alan, because this black from the beginning, it didn't look on, does it? It doesn't look like it's got a squeeze. But the way he plays this black, it's quite clever, because if he misses it, he leaves it over the pocket, but also he can get on the red that's closest to the pocket as we look.
Yeah, not only the way he played it, the execution. Look at how it just misses the shave on the near jaw. I mean, the accuracy there, it's difficult to describe on these tables how accurate that shot's got to be in it. And he just, as I say, brushed it in, the innocence of youth. And here's his cue action coming up, his style. When he gets down in the shot, actually, he looks at times a little bit shaky. He's got a bit of head movement, but that's just a natural characteristic.
Yeah,
it doesn't affect at all, does it?
Yeah, it's nice and compact, isn't it? And his back arm is nice and straight. You know, straight back, straight forward. And there's little that can go wrong there.
Yeah, something else about Liu, in the last, I'd say, 18 months, he's taken a bit of a stretch. He was really
18.
quite small, wasn't he? But he's taken that
Very
stretch,
Hawkins to break.
and that all helps. When you're a top-class professional snooker player. So Barry Hawkins, I think he was aware before this coming out this morning that he was going to have to play something near his A game if he's going to get this match done. And he now knows that he does.
A clever little shot there from Barry Hawkins. He used the red to split the pack slightly, which meant that a couple of reds had come out. So if he tried to come off the side cushion and nestle into the pack, those couple of reds are available. It makes it a bit more tricky. Might be best just using the rest here, coming off the top cushion with the cue ball and just nestling into this red beside the black. This is a little shot that he could play, but he's got to be very delicate with it. He could come off the 2 cushions, the top cushion, side cushion, nestle into that red as well, but he's got to be careful with this one.
He's playing into the little gap, isn't it? It's almost a little U shape. There it is there. That is a great shot. Well played. See that? Little letter U, wasn't it? Just find the gap. That was clever, actually. You see, the great thing is we're talking about playing in the academy. With the other young players, one of them does something in the tournament, gets to semis or a final or something, and they think, I'm going to do that. That's where I want to be, and that competitiveness drives everyone on.
Yeah, gives them all inspiration, doesn't it? He's already been a semi-finalist in the Northern Ireland Open earlier on this season. He was relegated from the tour in 2015. He won the World Under 21 when he was just 14 years of age. Of course, he beat Marco Fu in the first round here as well, which was a great win for him.
This next couple of frames is going to be very interesting to see what tactics Barry Hawkins employs. I think, knowing Barry as the match player that he is, I can see him mentally just saying, right, I'm going to batten down the hatches with this kid. He can't afford to leave him any openings.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I think he's going to try and use his vast experience up here at the Crucible, but it's very hard to hold on to the reins of this young lad. But I'm sure Barry got loads of experience. As we said, this is bidding for his 6th quarter-final in a row here. But he's going to need to draw on every bit of that experience to get over this match now. As we said, he was coasting at 4-0. Even at 8-3 yesterday, he looked very, very good himself, very sharp, making a lot of breaks. Thought at one stage that this match was going to finish with a session to spare. Now all of a sudden he's in a match, and here's another mistake. He's left the red here to the right centre. He can hold for the pink into the opposite centre. He can go up for the blue. He's got a red at the bottom of the pack as well.
Big shot, this. Oh, delicacy. That was exceedingly dinky. Delicate, little soft screw shot. Oh, you'll need another one. This black is a stinker. Oh, breezed it home. Breezed it home. He's actually a wee bit unfortunate with a kiss. He just had to let gravity take over there. That's how difficult that was. He couldn't impart anything on the cue ball. But right in the heart of the pocket once more. What can he find this time?
He's looking at this red to left centre, but it's a very acute angle. But he can get back off 2 cushions, back for the black. He's just having a look in the pack there to see what he'll be leaving. Doesn't look like he can leave much. There's not as much pressure on this shot. Still very difficult. Yeah, just watch the cue ball. He hasn't really left anything into the left centre.
No doubt about it. The Hawk is on the back foot. Yeah, he's hesitant. He wants to pull the trigger in this red, but there's danger everywhere should he miss it. The natural angle is going to be close to the jaws of the green pocket. That's why he's going to hang off here. He's going to hang fire and back to the grind. Momentum shifts in these matches are so key. Barry Hawkins early on, all the momentum. The youngster came storming back. Once again, Barry took charge. And the youngster answered all the questions at the minute. Lu Haotian is the man with all the momentum behind him. He's got the wind in his sails.
Hawkins got a slight upper hand in this safety battle because he's got this cue ball. It's not very tight to this top cushion, but it's difficult to try and dig down into the cue ball and try and get it back there, so he may only drop back into the pack again. There is a red to the right centre, but it's fraught with danger. I think he'd be more prudent just to drop into the two reds that are almost touching just below the pink spot. If you can drop onto that one, it will should be okay. Well, he's going for the screw back. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Well,
one.
I didn't see the double on.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Very fortunate. That red could have wobbled in that pocket and left an easy one for Barry Hawkins. Just have a look at this again. If this red doesn't go in, it's wobbling and staying there.
He can't play the roll up behind the black, really. He's going for the pot, Ken. Dear me.
He's got to watch the cue ball. Could go close to this right centre. Wow. Great shot. What a brave shot to take on.
Yeah, I know one thing. I'm not brave enough to take that cat. I wouldn't have even looked at that. Dear, what a shot. And even with Barry Hawkins batting down the hatches, which, as I said, I think that's what he's been doing the last 5 minutes. The youngster has somehow found a way in. All right, it was a fluke. But as I say, the wind is in his sails right now. Just how long can he ride this little wave he's on?
$11.
Just about on this red, dead straight. He can hold for the pink. He is on it, and it's a lot easier when you're looking through the eye of a camera lens than actually when you're out there, because that pink sort of creates a sort of a disturbance for you. Well, he's got the alternative
12.
and played it again very well. He's got choices here. Two reds right of the pink. He's got the red left of the pink.
$17.
Doesn't have to hold it for the pink here. He might stun through the gap for the black into the same pocket. Oh, he's going to take the bottom one.
18.
Could have done with just going another couple of inches with that cue ball.
$25.
Well, there's his target, 68, before his opponent will require a snooker.
Just something I've noticed about his game, Liu Hao Qian. It's the first time I've commentated on him this year. He's incredibly comfortable
26.
at leaving a mid-distance red. That's something for everyone to notice, and it's a great weapon to get you back in. He doesn't flinch, he doesn't even hesitate to leave it, never mind pot it. Great weapon to have. When you know, some players seem to excel at potting awkward balls, don't they?
33.
I thought Mark Allen last night, he's kind of one of those kind of players, you know, although he's got a very tight cue ball, when he runs out of position slightly, he recovers well. This young man does something very similar.
Yeah, it's definitely a sign of a guy who practiced that type of shot and is very, very comfortable with it. And particularly under pressure, he's very efficient with it as well. He was having a look at those
34.
two balls where they plant into this bottom right-hand corner pocket. There's a bit of a gap between them. And there you see, it's just gone slightly to the right of the pocket, but he certainly could make it. And he's only another 3 reds and colours will
40.
secure this frame. So he's getting close to the point of no return in this frame for Barry Hawkins. Another frame may slip by.
41.
Yeah, the beauty, as I was saying about those mid-distance pots there, as Barry Hawkins looks on, it sort of takes the stress out of the situation when you're in the ball. And then when you do get in close, you think, well, this is like shelling peas. Not afraid
46.
to leave, you know, awkward little shots that if you drop your concentration, they become missable. Little shots like this with the rest.
47.
So 55 in front, pink 61, red in a decent size value colour, and we'll be back in level terms.
And there you see it, 61, so red and another pink
53.
would be perfect, and he's got on this red. Absolutely plumb. He's got a nice angle on, just a stone back out for the pink, if he wishes.
54.
And he may go back to that plant now. Okay, he's straight on the red, but he doesn't have to worry about it. He'll go back and have a look at this plant. He'll pot the pink. Doesn't have to get close to the 2 reds. But the most important thing is just make sure this pink, he's going to have a look at it again. There you see, it's slightly going to the right of the pocket, but he can certainly make it. But make sure the pink here. Well, the way he's played that, Alan, tells me that he's going to go for this long straight red
60.
as opposed to the plant.
Yeah, I'd like to see this disappear. I don't want to be. Oh, leather
61.
again. Someone go and tell this youngster there's knuckles on a pocket. That's leather every shot.
$68.
Now let's see, can he make this plant here, keep the break going? He certainly can. Excellent shot.
69.
I think the red on the right of the tree certainly pots into his bottom left-hand corner pocket. So he's had 125, 72, 60 odd, 91 in the last. 5 of the last 6 frames.
77.
He's going to need another one of these mid-distance pots to keep the break going and
82.
possibly get a century.
Easy game, isn't it? He's one of these players that in Glasgow we call a bit of a take on.
90.
He doesn't look physically intimidating, running round the table, knocking balls in and looking flashy, but he just keeps
91.
knocking them in. It's almost boring. You look at him, you think, is he trying, or is this him practicing, or what's he doing? You know, he just, everything coming so easy to him. So impressive.
98.
As Kenny said, remember, he was 8-3 behind. Terrific stuff. Great to see him
100.
make another century.
$100 and the frame.
Yeah, Barry
110.
Hawkins stays in his chair. The perfect start for the youngster. His 4th century this year at the Crucible in debut, and it's 9-all.
As quiet as possible, please. Thank you.
Yeah, there was a little fluke in the early in this frame, Ken. It's all right being lucky, but you've got to be able to take advantage of it, haven't you? And he did.
Yeah, it was the wrong choice of shot, though, I thought. I knew there was always a bit of danger with this, and he did get lucky. And, you know, well, this is part of the game as well. You need a bit of luck. Barry coming to the table, stopped in his tracks there. But have a look at this black that he took on. I mean, this was ridiculously difficult. And watch the cue ball, because it's always going to go close to the right centre pocket.
Yeah.
But how hard is this, Alan?
Nothing lucky about this, my goodness. As you said, he almost as if he would have known the cue ball's going close to the middle, and he's almost thought, right, okay, it might go in, but then again, it might not. I'm going to pot the black. Let's get on with it. Let's pot it. Let's see what happens. Well, what did happen is he landed decent in the red, chipped that in, and made 100. Simple game, isn't it? And not any appearance of anxiety, nothing at all.
Frame 19. Lu Hao-chen to break.
So Lu Hao-chen breaks off in frame 19. This best of 25 second round. Last 16. Encounter in this year's Betfred World Snooker Championship. The young debutant has clawed his way back. What can Barry do to respond?
I was watching Barry limbering up in the practice room earlier. He was in there with the Griff. Watching him for 4 or 5 minutes, and he was knocking in everything. He's now been out there for about 40 minutes since Rob had the intros, and he's not scored a point yet.
safety shot. He's coming down to see if he leaves the cue ball down this end of the table. Oh, he hasn't hit that well. Yeah, he's left a chance. It's not straightforward, this. Particularly when you've lost 5 of the last 6 frames. There's a bit of pressure on this for Barry Hawkins. No, there's a bit of pressure. He's got away with it.
Yeah, it's a good goal, Ken. That was a tough one, wasn't it? And they say he's been out there 40 minutes. Has the arm gone cold? Not worrying times, but mildly concerning, I would say. Now, is he going to check this in and try and promote the black? He played it, that's unlucky. Good effort.
1.
Yeah, that red could have been a lot easier for him, couldn't it? It's just, he's unlucky there.
Brown ball.
Yeah, just half ball and behind the green.
Lu Hao Chen, 1.
They know the game, don't they? I don't think he's in any real trouble here, Barry. I don't know if he can go one cushion, I don't think so. I think the yellow's in the way, but 2 cushions, the 2 reds above the black are helping him with this shot. Just drop on that apex red on the corner of the bunch. Yep, that was the one. That's all right. Or is it? May not be able to pot this plain ball, but you can certainly check it with a little touch of right hand side. Only Reddy can leave the one he's playing. You know, just a hair of right hand side in this. He's got it.
1.
Barry Hawkins will be kicking himself for leaving that red. He thought he was safe when he went back to the chair.
8. Nine.
Again, there's at least 5 or 6 loose reds that you can concentrate on before he even considers going into the pack of reds below the pink. So he could build up a nice lead here.
$16. $70.
It's a question that will probably be asked, Alan, and maybe we should ask it. It's good when you're on the way back and you're coming back and you're chasing somebody, but when you get to level, or you even go in front and you might contemplate the winning line, does the pressure then revert back onto the young man's shoulders, and how will he cope with that? They're the interesting questions that will arise during this end of this match now.
That's a great point, Kenny. And I think, yeah, at the minute, as you say, he's got a match to play.
22.
He's not quite got a match to win yet. He's not in a winning position, and he's not been in. And it won't even have crossed his mind just yet. But as you say, if he hits the front, he'll think, okay, where am I? I'm on 10 or 11, whatever. 13's a winner, and then it's a different ball game, isn't it? How will he handle that? It's a great point, Ken.
$23.
I mean, at the moment, he looks very cool, calm and collected. Until then.
Lu Hao Chen, 23.
And that's the first easy pot he's missed for quite some time, and that may be the fact that he has the chance of going into the lead in this match for the very first time, and the pressure may come back to him. He was looking very calm up to that point. Now let's see what Barry can do.
Yeah, I think that was a brilliant point you made, Ken, because he perhaps no longer is the hunter. In some way, he's the hunted. He's in, you know, he's right in the sort of meat of this match here, where do the thoughts cross his mind? I'm nearly in the quarterfinals of the World Championship.
In the meantime, that was an absolute shocker from Barry Hawkins there. He's trying to get on the black and not to be on the black from that position.
Barry Hawkins won.
Shows you the pressure that he's under. Look, he's just playing a simple shot. All he wants to do is bring that cue ball off the cushion another 6 or 8 inches. I mean, he had such a margin for error there. That was a shocker.
I wonder how much of that cold arm theory played a part in that shot, not getting through the cue ball. Only Barry will know. And young Lou just might be sitting in his chair thinking, oh, giving him a little chance there. And he's only scored 1 from it. All right, it wasn't a brilliant chance, but be thinking, aye, aye. All of a sudden, he's the boss in this match. A little shake of the head from Barry Hawkins tells us, you know, there's no return to balk. He's playing a containing safety shot. The hatches remain battened down. And another half a mistake, but at least he's gotten away with it. Barry had a little wince as he sat down in his chair there. He's feeling it right now. As saying earlier, he's in the practice room with the Griff. As Lou drops in another cracking red. I've got to say, Barry was limbering up with the Griff in his corner. in the practice room. Well, Griff, this afternoon, it looks like he's going to have to earn his corn, or this morning rather. Definite concern on the face of Barry Hawkins.
Cue ball just overran slightly. He still got the red to the left centre, but would have loved to have been on this red down the rail. He can't pot that now. Now what can he do with this red here? Into the left centre. It's tricky enough. May be able to get on the black from it. Well, he's gone into the pink and reds. Is he lucky?
5.
He's not. Very aggressive shot. Trying to develop the pink. He certainly developed it, but unfortunately that red has blocked it.
This is what you've got to love as well, youngster. Where's my spot? Where's the most awkward spot in the baulk line? It's not, oh, I'm not on the pink, I'm not on the black, I'll chip him safe, I'll put the cue ball in the baulk cushion. He's looking for the spot. He's not taking the blue on, surely, is he? Oh. Oh, was that pushing the boat out just a fraction, considering he's got his opponent under pressure?
Yeah, wrong choice of shot for me. Would have been a lot better at keeping the pressure. He's got a 28-point lead. He could have maybe put the yellow or green safe. He's left Barry a half chance here. That red does pot, and he can stay on the pink. But once again, Alan, there's a lot of pressure on this for Barry Hawkins.
Here's a technical thing. Barry Hawkins' bridge hand here. It doesn't cue off the rail. His cue's actually raised up. It's incredible. No other player in the game does it. Oh, great shot. Great shot. Watch this bridge hand here. See that? Look at the gap between the cue and the rail. It's almost like he's bridging, but that's the way he plays. I don't think any player, other player in the game does that. Doesn't affect him, though.
The red certainly wiped his feet going into that pocket.
Seven.
Certainly not a frame winning possibility here, but certainly gets him back into the frame. He'll cut down the deficit. I don't think the red passes the black. May do into the corner pocket. It's pretty tight. He's coming around to have a look at it again. Let's have a look. Well, it may just go into the left-hand side of that pocket. So he's thinking a few shots ahead. He's thinking red, pink, and then that red, and see how he can develop the black.
8.
But he's got to get a nice angle. So when he pots the red, he can promote the other red just below it off the cushion and be nicely on the black. So pot this red, just nudge the red just below
14.
it off the cushion. He'll be nicely on the black. And of course he'll bring that red into play as well. Yeah, nicely played.
15.
Nicely played.
$22. $23.
Will Liu Haotian live to regret taking on that difficult blue into the corner pocket. Just let his opponent off the hook for the moment. Just have a look at this. He could have easily
30.
put it tight on the ball cushion, put the yellow safe. And a 28-point lead, and now he's going to go behind. The saving
31.
grace, maybe the red that's closest to this right-hand side cushion.
Could
Could have done with being a little bit straighter on this, Alan. It's a bit more of an acute angle now.
Yeah, I know what shot you'd be playing in practice, Kenny. Wouldn't you be playing it plain ball and promote the other red? But this ain't practice. He's going to play to avoid the red, I think. With screw it. Oh, he's got it out. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unlucky.
39.
All right, he's on the black, but it's no good to him. Did he hedge his bets just a fraction? Well, I mean, difficult to be critical there. He knocked in a good red. He's a wee bit unfortunate. Can't believe he would play the black. Surely he can't get on the red from that.
It's the only way you can get on the red, Alan, is just play it almost dead weight. Just slightly come off the side, off the top cushion, and be on this red, but it's very difficult.
Yeah, this surprises me. I don't think that's a correct shot.
Barry
Even if he
Hawkins,
pots
39.
it, he'll be busy potting the red. If he rolls onto the blue, he's guaranteed snooker behind the brown. And with the black over the pocket, if Lu Hao-Chan leaves any shot for Barry on the red, he's a huge favourite. I know it might have rolled off, Kenny, but
yeah.
even if he pots it, oh, he's got a horrible shot still.
That's what pressure does to you sometimes. Not only miss balls, but you make wrong decisions.
Thank you.
There's another wrong shot there for me. There was a big target behind yellow and blue there with the cue ball. He could have chipped the red to the left-hand side cushion and got that cue ball up behind yellow, brown and blue. He's left Barry a chance here. Well, is he going to take it on? No. Another surprise. But he's played a good shot.
Oh, not this time. Not this time. I suppose he'll go back to his chair thinking, oh, I'm unlucky there to leave the red over the pocket. But it shouldn't really have been in that vicinity. So can he get the cue ball out here, somewhere on the baulk line? He can. But what's the kiss like? Oh, not great. The yellow doesn't go. This is no good. On the brown, but how does he get on the yellow?
Yeah, he thought he had to be on the blue there, but the kiss hasn't been favourable. And as you said, Alan, he can only just drop this brown into the left centre. Can't get on the yellow, can't get close to it.
Yeah, he's just going to play the snooker, isn't he? Drop this in.
Oh, it's just might have been an argument there, Alan, just to put the pink safe and not even pot the brown.
5.
You know, he's got a 12-point lead. His opponent wouldn't need up to the pink if he got a chance, so might have been better off just putting the pink safe and having a little bit of insurance. Now all the colours are in the open, and he's got to play a safety shot himself.
Thank you,
Well, this looks good. He's played
Barry
this very
Hawkins,
well
5.
indeed. Not quite got the snooker, has he? But it's not a bad shot.
Thank you.
Well, he just about got the snooker, but it's an easy hit off the side cushion, or he could even swerve it. All you want here is just a bit of distance between yellow and cue ball. You don't want the cue ball coming into the middle of the table, and that's exactly what's happened. Well, could be his last shot. And he's played 3 or 4 shots now in this frame that have been quite reckless. Could have cost him the frame just when he had his opponent on the ropes. He's thrown him a lifeline. He's a bit short at pace.
Thank you. 5.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. And that's going to be a frame winner. And he stopped the rot. It was Barry Hawkins.
9.
And it's a good response. For once,
14.
Liu Haotian has shown a little bit of inexperience here. But Barry will be absolutely delighted to get his first frame on the board this morning
and the frame.
and go back into the lead. He takes the 19th frame. He's back in front. He leads Liu Haotian by 10 frames to 9. Last frame before the mid-session interval.
Thank you.
Barry, I'd love to go
Frame 20.
into that interval with a 2-frame lead.
Barry Hawkins.
So, a very important frame for both players. As Liu Haotian missed his chance. Excellent break off. Tight to that ball cushion.
How close is this plant? Well, no, it's not on at all. You can't play that. I can play it, but I certainly can't pot it, I don't think. Yeah, the worry here for Lou playing this safety shot, if he plays a bog standard one, is catching a bulk colour where the reds are. Oh, in it goes.
One.
Not sure how convinced he was that it was on either. And it went. Now, how brave is he feeling? This brown is not easy at all, should he take it on.
He definitely won't flinch at it, that's for sure. He's definitely going to take it on. It's a natural angle of the cue ball. Just go up to the two reds. He's missed it. He's missed it. First signs of pressure for me. Saw a little bit of that in the previous frame when he was about to hit the front. And we thought, when was it going to happen if it was? But we've seen the first signs of it now already.
One.
Without a shadow of a doubt, he let his opponent off the hook by taking on that blue in the last frame. And a couple of shots after that. I think he's already missed his chance.
6.
Well, I think he's gone a little bit too far for that with that cue ball. This is very close. He's not on this red. He has to maybe slightly swerve it. Oh, he played it well.
7.
Yeah, he used a little bit of side just to swerve that cue ball there.
$14.
Yeah, the total points, Barry Hawkins just goes back in front as he did in that last frame in the frame score.
15.
Yeah. His first real chance this morning in and around the black spot.
$22. $23.
Yeah, just taking his time here because he wants to play for 2 reds rather than 1.
$30. $31. Okay.
Barry just
38.
mopping up the loose reds here. The red above the red he's playing will also pot when he pots this one. And you see it opens up the red that he was just throwing up.
39.
He's going to go back and have another look at it, but that red certainly pots. He's looking at the red closest to the pink spot as well.
$46. 47.
He's not going into the pack of 4 reds. He's going to track just the 2 loose reds. Break puts him onto 54, so he's
54.
53 ahead, but he's got 2 loose reds, which will be enough in this frame and leave his opponent needing a snooker. 2 high value colours from these 2 reds.
55.
But he hasn't played that very well at all. Still on this black as a left-hander. He could. Here's where your experience comes in.
Yes, he'll be livid with this shot, Barry Hawkins, won't he? That was quite easy. He tried to almost play it as a stun follow through to just chip the reds open, didn't he? As Kenny said, he needed one more red following the colour. But yeah, at least he's putting the pink safe in the side cushion. So disappointed not to win the frame at that visit, but
Barry
in a strong
Hawkins,
position.
55.
Yeah, good 55 break. Hasn't got a good cue ball. He's left this red. He's coming down to have a look at the 2 reds, but I don't think they're planted the right corner. So this red into the left corner. Was a bit jabby at that. He's got away with it, but that wasn't very loose and free, that shot.
Yeah, he'd have been concerned when he seen the brown springing open. He got a decent rub on it. Keep it tight again. So Liu Chan has to get to work here. Oh, what a shot. That is very unfortunate. He's landed in what we call no man's land. Still plenty on the table. Surely he can't take the blue on this time. Yeah, looking at the green. Yeah, good shot. Very good. And the action in the cue ball's superb. Love to be on the red below the black.
4.
There's not many that would have taken that green on. That was an excellent shot. Maybe able to take the other red away from the side cushion here when potting this red. No, just avoided
5.
it. But he's nicely on the blue. So he can get back into this frame now.
Yeah, no, it's a long way down the line, but where the brown is, there might be a chance to promote it if and when he gets that far.
10.
Off the yellow. I say a long way down the road. First and foremost, peel off these 3 or 4 reds.
11.
Yeah, but it's not in a bad position, is it? As you say, Alan. You won't worry about the brown. But he will need the pink. And as a snooker player here, I'm always looking at the possibility of winning the frame anytime you get in, and he'll be eyeing
80.
the pink will be in his mind for sure, and the brown. But get these loose
90.
reds. Valued colours. Still 35 behind. So.
26. $27.
Okay, I'm just doing my calculations here. He pots the black. He'll be 20 behind. He really needs a red and a black with the last red. And then up to only, and including the pink. If he gets anything less than a black off this last red, he's going to need all the colours. So pink to black will be very, very difficult.
34.
He's not on this red to get back on the black, so he's going to hopefully get on the blue, but it makes a bit of a difference. I don't know whether he's
35.
even contemplated that, but this is going to be a difficult clearance now.
Yeah, I think quite purposely trying to leave that angle
40.
on the yellow we were chatting about, and he's just about got it. Big shot now. Wants to catch this brown thick. Half ball, could lose the cue ball. All right, the white might be near the side cushion, but he has to promote it. Yeah, that's
42.
unfortunate. Played it well. He's hoping to get it a glancing blow. He got it. He got it full.
Yeah, he really needed to hit it on the way towards the brown, didn't he? Just to knock it over the left centre pocket. But he's having a look at the score. This is a difficult green to take on here. He's got to take it on, though. Great shot. Oh, that's a super shot. Excellent pot. And
45.
nicely off the cushion to take this brown on. That was great cueing. He's going to need another good pot in this brown, but he can leave the cue ball just left of the brown where it is now. No, not this time. Wow. Has he left it? Has he left it?
45.
He has. Well, after getting such a fantastic green, I didn't expect him to miss that brown. So brown and blue for Barry Hawkins.
4.
This is a massive frame for both players. Blue to secure it and take a 2-frame lead once again. Yeah, it's there, nicely in.
9.
18 points in the difference. One snooker required. So we'll definitely come back to the table here. But barring a snooker,
Barry Hawkins 9.
Barry Hawkins will go into a 11 frames to 9 lead. Well, hold on, hold on. This is very close. Excellent shot. Got to be careful here, Barry Hawkins. He doesn't go in off and sit in this side cushion. He hits the pink. He could go in off. He could go in off. Well, would you believe it?
Lou Hao-Chen 6.
Would you believe it? What has he done?
Settle down,
It was
please,
always
thank you.
on, that in off. Why did he play it so hard? He can't believe it. Wow. Pink and black to win the frame. He's got to be careful. He keeps that cue ball within the line of the D. Is he on the black? He is.
6.
Wow. This is an incredible turnaround. There's pressure on this. What a steal. What a steal from the young man. He needed a snooker. They thought it was all over. It wasn't. He wins it on the black. And now they go into the interval. It's 10 frames all. What a turnaround.
What a turnaround and what a match. I think Ken Doherty's going for a lie down. Alan McManus has come in here. And an absolutely thrilling and completely unexpected turnaround in that final frame there.
What is it with the Crucible?
I don't know.
These things only seem to happen here, I swear. I mean, I came in here thinking, right, Barry's re-energised himself. He's got a 2-frame gap again. Come back in here, lo and behold, gets a snooker. Barry goes in off. We're back square again.
Exactly. Now, it was coming down to a brown ball game here, and Lou just chips this one over at the centre pocket.
Yeah.
And we thought this was, in effect, going to be all over for him.
Yeah, I thought so. He's actually unlucky because he's potted an awesome green, by the way. He peeled off the reds, chipped the brown out, potted a magic green, and I fancied him getting that brown. He thought then he's missed his chance. And but this shot from Barry Hawkins, he will be having kittens, quite frankly, in his dressing room. I mean, as Ken says, why play it so hard? I mean, I don't know if that's been hypercritical, but can you legislate for that? I'm not so sure. I mean, he is a bit unfortunate.
But it has left us with an absolutely barnstorming finish to this match here. It's going all the way, Alan. And interestingly, before this session began, we talked about you having to change the dynamic. Came straight out, 91-100. Did exactly that.
The first couple of frames, he was incredible. I mean, the second frame, he's flicked a red. By the way, the black he cut in the corner and almost went in the middle is one of the best shots I've seen this tournament. And he made 100 from it, and he was really putting it to Barry at that point. But he will be having a nice time now in his dressing room because he'd be thinking, literally in the space of 20, 30 seconds or a minute, he's thinking, I'm going in, I'm 2 behind again, we're level pegging.
I'll tell you what, there's a heck of a lot of positive reaction on social media to watching this young man this morning. He really is. He's a no-fuss, no-frills player. No. He just gets down and plays the shot. Really refreshing. Yes,
he does. And he's good to watch. And I said in comms, he's a bit of a take-on. You can't really work out his game. I mean, it went swimmingly for 2.5 frames out there. He was playing awesome. He took a blue on in frame 3, by the way, that was a complete change in the match. And Barry Hawkins then looked like he was going to open up the 2-frame gap again. You just got to be careful not to take on one shot too many, because he did then, but he's gotten away with it. OK, 10 frames apiece and a lot to think about for both men over the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. Now, in the interim, we're going to show everybody what's been happening over on the other table today, because, as you know, Karen Wilson came in 5-3 ahead of Jamie Jones. Jamie, of course, the man who knocked out Sean Murphy, former world champion here. And they've actually shared the first couple of frames of the morning, so it's 6-4 to the world number 9 seed now. And we're going into the next. It's Wilson leading by 14 points, and it's Peter Ebdon with Dennis Taylor here.
Karen Wilson is taking this on. Well, he played that as a shot to nothing, and he's got a very good cue ball. Well, that's brought the black into play. So either the next telling safety shot or long pot is going to be potentially very significant. put the black out of commission again. Well, that is one of the very best safety shots you will see within this entire World Championship. That was absolutely brilliant.
Foul with Karen Winston 4.
And the cue ball there may well have just finished up on the one place on the table where he can pot this red, which would be very, very unfortunate for Jamie Jones. No, I still don't think he can get past the black there, Dennis.
Yeah, Jamie was anxiously looking up at a monitor there to see if he could see, but he's having to play with a lot of side to make the pot. Yeah, the black moved after
1.
the red went in, so Jamie can't believe that he left this red on.
Well, that certainly didn't look on from our commentary position, but as you quite rightly say, Dennis, he had to play with lots and lots of right-hand side just to twist the red back on line towards the pocket.
3.
And you see, if he plays this plain ball, he cannot pot this red because the black's in the way. So lots and lots of right-hand side just to twist the red back on line towards the pocket. Played it very nicely. And Jamie Jones can consider himself very, very unfortunate to have left that red.
I think he's just about okay. He's come back far enough to leave the black, or is he? Oh, no, he can't pot that direct, and the red's too far away to play it with a little touch of swerve and left-hand side, but that's what he's going to have to do. Now, this is more difficult than the one we showed you, where he was close to the black. This is awkward. He's done it again. Looks easy, that, but it's what you would call as a little delayed swerve.
11.
And with the red being quite a distance from the cue ball, needed good judgment.
1.
I think he got a kick there.
Karen Wilson 11.
Yeah, that was a definite kick. You could see the jump, the red jump in the air there. So slightly unfortunate. And Jamie Jones is hampered by the blue here. Still expect him to knock this in. Wow. And to be perfectly honest, it was surely just because he was hampered there by the blue. Didn't expect him to overcut that though. So another chance for Kyren Wilson. Long red into the green pocket. Can play for the blue if he wishes, by leaving the cue ball on the baulk cushion. Just missing the cannon on the yellow.
One.
Oh, that's perfect. Well played.
And he did something there, Kyren, when he delivered the cue. He stayed down on the shot until the red was in the pocket. It was a thing that Steve Davis used to do quite often.
Six. Seven.
Nicely on the blue. Just watch Kyren. He's still there until the red goes in. Even after the red goes in, he was still there. It was a little trademark of Steve Davis at times. And it's not a bad thing to do, Peter. You know, it keeps you from moving ahead.
Very difficult thing to do under pressure, Dennis, and I think perhaps the best example of that, staying absolutely dead still on the shot in the modern day game, is John Higgins. Keeps absolutely dead still. His chin is in contact with his cue all the way through the shot. And for any young players out there wanting to, if they do want to copy a technique or model their own game on a top player's technique, John Higgins would probably be the best example that there is.
Thirteen.
Just the black needed then to take this third frame. $49 ahead. There's just a possible 43 on the table, so this double on the red to keep Jamie Jones in his chair.
21.
He'll be getting himself ready for the
26.
frame before the mid-session interval. He could do with that. He's missed one with the rest. Phone the police.
6 in the frame.
Oh, it's not finished yet. It's coming
Jamie
up.
Jones.
Well, Kyren Wilson taking that frame, and he opens up a 3-frame advantage again. It's 7-4.
But Jamie Jones hit back with a break of 83 in the next, so it is as you were. It's a 2-frame gap still owned by Kyren Wilson. That one's still on the red button if you want to watch it live. But on the other table, we now have a best of 5 frames to get into the quarter-final. Now, if you were in Liu Haotian's corner at the moment, what would you be saying in his shell like?
Well, I would be saying to him to just be a wee bit more careful. I think when he gets in close, he's fine. It's the little ins and outs of the frames where Barry Hawkins is clever. He played a blue, as we touched on in the third frame this morning, that quite frankly he's got no business playing. He's got Barry under pressure. He's dominated the first 2 frames. Barry had been out there 40 minutes and hadn't potted the ball. So don't give him an invite, you know. Just be sensible. I think when he gets his chances, he'll take them. That's the best thing about it. from Lou's perspective.
We haven't seen Liu Hao-Tian in this situation before, under this level
No.
of pressure at the
No.
Crucible. We've seen Barry Hawkins. In fact, a couple of years ago, we had a very, very tight match against Ronnie O'Sullivan, and he withstood that pressure to
Yes.
come through in a decider. He's been there, he's got the experience.
Yes, he does. And actually, I can cast my mind back to last year at the Crucible. I think it was the quarter-finals. He played Steve Maguire, and it was 10 each, by the way. And he came through, he won 13-10. Barry, you don't need to say anything. Griff will probably be in the dressing room having a laugh and a joke with him, actually. He'll be fine. I think he's a strong favourite because of the experience.
Well, he might be, but he just has not been able to shake this young man off. So far, he's only 20 years of age on his Crucible debut, and Alan, he's made quite an impression on his opening bow here at the Crucible, hasn't he?
Thank you,
Oh, he
ladies
sure
and gentlemen.
has.
Frame
He's been
21.
a breath of fresh air. There's always
Yeah,
subplots every year at the Crucible, and this kid's definitely been one of them. And he's in there. You know, it's best of 5. Who knows?
Here we go.
Tian breaks off the last session. 3 frames needed for a place in the quarterfinals. Who can hold themselves together the best? Be interesting to see what sort of an effect that will have on Barry Hawkins, that last frame. Maybe the interval came at a good time just to gather his thoughts and speak with his coach, Terry Griffiths, of course. Bags of experience. We've been feeding him words of comfort, I'm sure. Get him focused. But without doubt, the wind is certainly in this young man's sails. Going to be an interesting few frames. And lots more things you would expect to happen between now and the winner line. Match time over 5.5 hours now. Average frame time. It's only 16 minutes, so it's been playing at a really good pace. Average shot time, Barry Hawkins, 21. And 24 for Liu Hao-Tian. Doesn't seem like they're certainly getting on with it. Well, Alan, that was an amazing last frame before the interval, and as I just said there, it'd be very interesting to see how Barry copes with that.
Yeah.
What was your assessment of it?
Yeah, I mean, the end of it was incredible, wasn't it? I think we're just going to see it now, this pink. Do you think, I mean, I didn't get a good look at it. Did he play it a little pacey? I think you suggested.
Yeah, he definitely did. I mean, it was always on from that side, trying to hit the pink, and particularly with the bit of swerve and of course a bit of left-hand side that he was imparting on the cue ball.
Yeah, I know in football they sometimes towards the end of seasons they call it a 6-pointer. That was almost a 2-framer, that shot, that one shot, wasn't it? Towards the end of this match, 11-9 or 10-all. Whew, boy oh boy. Whatever is going to happen next.
Funny thing is though, Barry, he's got bags of experience, as we keep saying. I don't think he's going to flinch. I think he's not going to hand it to Liu Hao-Tian. He's going to have to earn it himself. He's going to have to play well. He's going to have to score well. Barry is just one of those consistent performers. He's not going to miss many easy balls. He's too consistent for that.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to make it difficult for Liu. As I was saying to Hazel there, that I remember Barry last season, the quarter-finals, it was 10-all against Stephen Maguire, and he came through that one 13-10. You're a bit worried about the red down the right side here, about the double kiss. Can't really play the red up and down. That's why he's looking at defence, but doesn't want to go south off this edge of the edge of this cluster. If this slides, he could be in trouble. Oh, it almost did, but he's all right. Yeah, thin off the red, use the blue as a shield. Cue ball in bulk. Well, he's playing the red up and down. A wee bit loose on the cue ball, to be honest. That wasn't that difficult. I think he could have done better with that. He's not put Barry Hawkins under any huge pressure. That was a chance gone, I think. Oh, Barry's having a go. Needs a bit of luck, and he's not got it. He has not got it.
Yeah, he sort of played it with a bit of safety in mind, trying to get that cue ball over towards the left-hand side of the table. He thought the only red he could leave when the red he was taken, and that's exactly what's happened.
1.
Nicely on the blue, and he'll try and get down for the red just to the right of the black from this blue here. And once he gets that red out of the way, it certainly opens up things for him. The red directly above
6.
the black, the bottom of the pack pots as well, of course.
7.
Just see when potting this red, will the red just above it to the right, he's coming around to have a look again. Will that pot into this bottom left-hand corner pocket?
$15.
He's got a nice angle on the black, so if the red doesn't pot into this left-hand corner pocket, he's certainly got an angle to go into the reds. Just didn't get enough action on that cue ball just to split the reds.
22.
Let's have a look at the cue ball. Needed a bit more bite on it just to get the cue ball through the reds. Well, he's on this red into the right-hand corner pocket, but he's got to judge it off the other red and try and stay on the black. It's not straightforward, this.
Yeah, that's lovely. Very nice, and now
23.
everything's opened up.
That was a wonderful shot, wasn't it? I
Great
mean, he's
shot.
using the extension. The cue is going between reds. He's landed perfect on the black. Well played.
Yeah, and there's no hint of an inferiority complex with this young man. Here's a mental note for you.
30.
Someone can only make you feel inferior if you give them permission. This boy is backing himself all the way.
31.
What I like about it is, you know, there's no hesitation. You know, he's not flinching. He's not walking around the table. He's not clouding his mind with a lot of
38.
different shots. He sees the shot, he picks it, gets on with it.
I mentioned to Hazel that I thought when he came out for this effective best of, oh, he's lost the cue ball a fraction
39.
here. He's still on it, but not as intended. Just saying to Hazel, I think in amongst the balls he'll be fine. He won't miss many. Young Lou, he's just got to be in some way a little more circumspect with his shot selection. The blue he went for in frame 3 this morning was to Hazel, he had no business playing that. But he's looking good when he's in close. That's the thing to say. And you won't win matches at this game if you can't score, and this boy's scoring well. Yeah, that's gone wrong though. A little shake of the head.
Yeah, that all
46.
came from that previous red. Left himself a bit to do with the black and didn't get the desired contact on the red. So he's got a good lead, 46. No point in going for this red into the left centre because not really guaranteed to be on the colour. So maybe put it safe. He's had a look at the score. Gets the cue ball up, either near the yellow pocket or anywhere close to the ball cushion. He's got a nice lead. He's put 2 reds safe, and that's a decent shot.
46.
Well played. Good effort. Could have been a bit more, but we settled for that.
Yeah. Quite deliberately pushing that red safe there now. Barry Hawkins. Wonder if he can play that red that Lou just played himself round the back of the black. Yeah. You see, the thing is he wants to catch it around half ball. I would imagine the red he's playing has a chance of going into the bunch. But he's been just a wee bit more prudent. A guaranteed safety is just pushing it back up table. That's not a daft shot. Actually tempting Lou to bring another red out, but with a 46-point lead, I don't think that's going to happen. Amazing the difference when you get the cue ball welded to the bulk cushion. It cuts down your opponent's options, doesn't it? This has to be nice and thin. Oh. Much thinner than that. There's not a plant on here at the bottom of the reds, is there?
Took a bit of paint off the red there, didn't he?
There's the plant. No, it's not on.
No, but he's got to be careful that if he does hit the top red of, knock the other one towards that left-hand corner pocket, he's got to hit it hard enough so the red comes back off the side cushion and away from the corner pocket. Maybe better off just taking the red to the right of the black. Be careful here. Doesn't knock this red over the corner pocket. Hit it hard enough so it comes away. And again, choice of shot. He needs a good cue ball. I don't think he's got it. Is he? No. And that's very careless. Very inexperienced type of shot, that.
Yeah, it's more the shot choice, wasn't it? You know, that you just can't play that at this level. Now, will Barry be brave enough to play this slowly? He is, for pink or black. Oh, that'll do lovely. This is nice. So, is this the beginning of an ambush?
Eight. No. $16. 17.
Well, Liu was looking good for now in frame 21, but as you can see, Hawkins is in there. But we are, as planned, coming off the air here on BBC Two. This fabulous Crucible drama is moving to a different stage on the red button right now. Press red right now for continued coverage. Then we're back over on BBC One, 1:15, to show you the conclusion of this match and building up live to a real barnstorming final session between the Rocket and the captain. Carter 9-7 ahead in the race for a quarter-final place. We'll catch you again soon.